Now that we've finished the head, we want to attach it to the body. I've gone ahead and mirrored the body over the same way I did the head, selected that half, copied it, pasted it, went over to my pivot and put 0 in the x-axis, and then right-clicked on it and hit flip on the x-axis, and then I deleted the middle spline off the side that I flipped, and then I went down the middle and just started connecting the splines in. So now what I want to do is I want to open up my head, which I've done here. This is one thing, it's called workbook mode. If you go up to view and you check workbook, you'll have these different tabs for the different windows that are open. So here's my head. Right here I want to select the whole thing, copy it, go into my body and go paste. Now lock it by hitting the lock, grab the whole thing, and then hold down the number 2 and move your head up. Let's go to the side view by hitting 6 on the numpad. Head's a little bit small, so I want to make it a bit bigger so it'll match this. There we go. Now I can see there's a few issues with the neck. Let's just do this. Select that with the / key and hide everything else. Now if you look at this, it looks like we're getting kind of a weird thing going on with the neck, so I'm actually going to delete these two. Here and here. Let's go into wireframe mode, it's a little faster. One thing you'll notice is there are 2,882 patches in this model. In Animation Master, for some reason, when you get above 2,000 patches, it really slows down. So the best thing to do is work in wireframe unless you need to see something. So now that I'm in wireframe, I want to see these two right here, and I just want to hook them off. So I'm going to delete that spline and delete that, and then just hook them. And I'm going to hook them like this, close to this point, so that they're not halfway in between. That will give me a little bit better of a shape. I can move these out. Oops, before I do that, let's hit mirror mode, grab it and move it around. Grab this one, move it in. So I think we're pretty good to go there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It up just slightly. Okay. So now that I have that done, let's hit H to unhide everything, unlock everything, and then select the body or a piece of it, hit the /. Oops, I had the mirror mode on there. It'll take a second. Okay, hit escape once you do that. Uncheck mirror mode, select a piece of the body and hit the / key, and then hit H to hide everything else. Now I just want to get rid of this ring, so I'm going to select that and hit delete. Going into wireframe mode, it works a lot easier. Now let's select the head and the body, hit / and then hit H. Now I don't have my eyes or my tongue or anything showing. It's just the geometry for my head. So let's start attaching these in here. There, there, there. Right here, here. This is the middle one. This one can go here. This one can go here. I think that's it. And you'll see there's a couple extra splines in the head, so I'm going to want to move down the chest. That's fine. I'm actually going to just split all these in half. And then just go ahead and draw your spline down the middle there. And I want them to go all the way down, so I'm just going to keep moving down the chest here. This side too, so we'll just split this. You can draw them in just by clicking A and going for it. But if you want them to match up symmetrically, you want to do it with the Y key. You want to split the spline so that this point is exactly mirrored with this point. If If you don't do that, you run into problems when you're trying to mirror things. Okay, so let's just keep going down here. Let's see where we want to hook these off. I think I want to hook them off right here, so let's go down one more. Just split these. Then, actually I didn't want to do that. I want to just delete those splines and hook and hook. So now I should have just those going down the middle. Looks good. Now my neck is all connected in except right here, and this is actually good because I want some definition in the back here. So I'm just going to hit 8 to go into the wireframe mode, and then just start splitting these splines here. Okay, so now you can see this, and then I can connect it in. It's kind of hard to see with all this geometry, but it still works. Let's go down to the middle of the back right here. So just one more here, one more here. Getting hard to see. So let's just extend these and then bring them down, and there we go. So hit 0 to go back into shaded mode, and we're good. So now the whole neck is placed. Now it looks like it's a little thick to me, so I'm going to go into mirror mode and start just kind of moving the points around. When you're in mirror mode, you aren't able to grab a center spline, like I can't move that one. So you have to do that manually after you mirror it. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. I think what I need one more ring right here. So let's do this. Let's choose this spline, hit the comma key, and then choose this spline, hit the comma key. Hit H to hide everything else. Oops. Uncheck your mirror mode. This spline, comma key, and shift click this spline, comma key. Hit H, and this is a lot easier to work with. So let's just go through and divide all these, and then just go through and attach them. Back into shaded mode and unhide. Looks good. Let's make this neck even thinner. Let's first go to our side view, and we can kind of pull this in. Go into shaded mode so you can see what you're doing. Pull these in here. Pull these in here. Okay, so let's do some final adjustments here. Just pull these in. I think I want the neck to be a little bit thinner. Just a tad bit thinner. And let's kind of straighten some of these splines out. You can see how they're kind of wavy. you don't want that. You want them to be as straight as they possibly can get, or else you get kind of strange strange curvature on your render. Let's highlight these, just kind of move them into place. Okay, that's better. Okay, so we go to shaded mode. Look at it, I think it's looking pretty good. Let's go to the front view here. I think his neck's a little too thick at the base right here, so let's hit mirror mode and start kind of bringing it in a bit. We don't want him to have a huge thick neck when he's got a very small or very thin body. Now here's a problem. If I move this, you see how it doesn't mirror across? So what I need to do is I need to take mirror mode off, grab this one right here, right click on it and say snap to mirrored points. That will snap it to the closest point right there. So now when I grab this, turn mirror mode on, and I grab this, it's mirrored. So that's how you fix that problem. So let's move this in here. This one just a little bit. Okay. Let's move this forward just a little bit here. Remember our half rule. We want them about halfway in between the splines. Okay. Push this one in a little more. This one too. And these ones just kind of going up the back of the neck. Okay, so hit 9 to go into shaded mode. Take a look at him. I think he looks pretty good. Alright, so we've gone from nothing to a full character, and the head is the most difficult part to do. So once you get through that, it's pretty simple. In the next tutorials, we will go through rigging the character, and then we'll be able to animate him. So that's it for the character modeling. Let's go ahead and save it. Let's go save as Will 7 full, change it to 8. There we go. And that's it for this.